What's up? Today, I'm going to give you guys 3 tips and demonstrations on how to DJ faster. Now, the first tip I'm going to give you guys, and honestly I think is the most important, is actually knowing what's faster given the situation that you're in. So what I mean by that is I'm going to give you 2 examples. So the first example is when I am actually DJing with a set list kind of deal or a relative kind of set list, is that when I'm DJing, it makes no sense for me if I'm DJing on a laptop to go to my laptop. If I could just hit the encoder wheel on my mixer and hit load, it's right there. Your hands are probably already on your mixer, so it makes the most sense for you to do that. And if you're even, just think about it from like a logistical standpoint and like where your hands are. If you're right here and your hands are on the mixer, like if your load button is here, you should just do this instead of going all the way over to your laptop and mixing it up. And this is probably the hardest thing to break, because we all have the habit. Like some of us prefer to go on the encoder, or some of us, if we're on laptops, we prefer to just go to the search bar, type it in, hit, shift arrow left, shift arrow right, just to load it onto a certain deck. But if we're talking about DJing faster and being more efficient behind the mixer, this is something that is very important. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick video example here. I'm on the RX2, so you'll see it here. I'm gonna just literally hit the MIDI button, which then sends me to my laptop screen or what's getting displayed there. I just hit the encoder wheel like once and then just hit load, and then I'm good to go.
I just ordered sushi from Japan. Now yo bitch wanna kick it, Jackie Chan.
Honestly, any other situation, I will say, especially if you're on a laptop, the best bet is to probably go to the laptop, go in your search bar, type in whatever it is you're looking for, and either use your command keys that you have on the laptop. I mean, if you're already on the laptop, you should probably be using your command keys. So for Rekordbox, like when I'm on there and if I'm DJing on a laptop, it's shift right or shift left. You can actually buy custom kind of like keyboard covers too, if you want keyboard covers to help you learn the keyboard shortcuts behind Serato or Rekordbox or any of those softwares. So I actually redid a transition that I had to do a couple weeks ago. I was DJing an after party and I had this mashup that I was playing, but someone came up at the last second and they were like, please play Levitating, because we all haven't played that song a million times already. But someone asked for it, and it wasn't the thing that I kind of had in my rough set list that I had made for the evening. So I had to, bounce over to the laptop real quick and then loaded it real quick. And I mean, within the last 8 bars, it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, loaded, 6, 7, 8, play. And if I didn't have my laptop in that situation, I probably would have been screwed. It would have taken way too long to get on the touchscreen, type in Levitating, and then pick the track or the deck that I'm loading it to. But in any other situation, if you're going for speed and efficiency and you're on a laptop, you probably just want to use your laptop with your hotkeys that you have there already at your disposal. Now, the second tip I have is to come up with a plan of attack. So this is kind of not necessarily like a through and through, like you should follow the set list to the T, because things will pop up. Like I said, like I had a request, or you have some random person with the phone up, in your face doing the thing. But if you are looking to DJ at a faster pace, having a crate that is mixable, kind of as a rough outline, and then you have maybe a secondary crate under that, and that comes with prep and organization and time, making your own crates for whatever your sound is or whatever you are doing for a client, or whatever sound or kind of vibe you're trying to create for that event or club or whatever you're doing. You want to make sure you have a rough kind of guide of where you're gonna go. So in this example here, I have a crate that I used a while back, a few years ago, for bar sets or something like that around town in Richmond, and I was doing like this transition, and then half the time I would skip over Stir Fry because I just didn't want to play it after like a few months of me playing it a bunch of times, and I just kept going back to like Drop It Like It's Hot and Next Episode because it always worked. But I kind of never really wanted the verse of Drop It Like It's Hot to come in because everyone seems to really just know the chorus. So I had that already kind of set up in a crate to where as soon as I played Drop It Like It's Hot, the next song or the song after that was Next Episode in that crate. And if I didn't kind of have that plan of attack already there, there's no way I would have had time, even if I was on a laptop, to go over, search the song, unless I had, you know, like Fastest Hands in the West or something like that to like go over and type it up or something. Like there was no way it was going to happen. So it's really important to have a plan of attack.
Bad, then we kissing in a way, kissing in a way, kissing in a way, too bad, then we kissing in a way, kissing in a way, kissing in a way, too bad, then we kissing in a way, kissing in a way, kissing in a way, too bad, then we kissing in a way, kissing in a way, kissing in a way, too bad, then we kissing in a way, kissing in a way.
When the pimp's in the crib, ma, drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. When the pigs try to get at you, park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. And if a nigga get an attitude, pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. I got the rollie on my arm and I'm pouring Sean Don and I'm on my best weed cause I got it going on. It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg.
Now the last one is kind of more of like a fun thing that you can do. A lot of people will tell you like hard cutting is a great way to DJ fast, and like everyone knows that. I've already went over it. People have seen it a bunch of times, and it is a very cool way to DJ, but I kind of want to give you guys some other tips or like a bonus thing that people don't really talk about as much, and that is sampling while you're DJing. So what I mean by that is playing sections of a song, but not actually going into the song. So in the example here, I actually am playing Headband, but then what I do is I sample that like flute riff of Gas Pedal, cut out of Gas Pedal, and then I think I sampled the bass line of Rack City just like real quick, just to throw it in there, just so you guys can get like kind of a gist of what I'm talking about. And I just go right back into Headband. So I did, you know, was it between Headband and those two other songs, I did 3 songs in like 30 seconds or something like that. So if you're sampling while you're DJing and you have those samples you're throwing in, that's another cool way to really catch people off guard. And kind of like if people are dancing, like every time I do it, people's heads kind of just go like people will turn around and look at you if they know the part. They'll be like, oh, okay. Like they'll give you that like, oh, that kind of shock moment that you're really looking for, because then you have their attention. And that's what we want, because we're attention.
She broke it down, started moving like she care. Like she do it in the mirror. I chop 1, chop 2, chop that ass down, down. Chop that ass down, chop that ass down. All I want you to do is just drop that ass down, drop that ass down. Now look back at it. Whistling Dixie, middle school, I was getting head on the 10-speed. Gigolo bloodline, pimping hereditary. Black on 28, it remind me of February. There you can vote with me, that will be never weary.
And the sampling stuff doesn't necessarily apply to hip hop. That was just a quick example that I had there. You could do that with house, you could do that with Latin, you could do it with any genre that has a prominent element like a synth, a melody, a guitar part, anything that stands out that people really know. Like you could scratch in the little sample for Let Me Blow Your Mind like 5 times and people will like turn their heads like every time, just because it's so well known. It's been sampled a million times. So I'd actually recommend that you make a crate of like samples. Like if you can get your hand on like some stems or like some synth lines and like cool things like that, that's another way you can really spice up your DJ sets and DJ at a really fast pace. But that does it for me today. Hopefully you guys learned something new. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, all of that good stuff really helps us out over here. It allows me to keep making videos like this for you guys. And let me know if you want to learn anything specifically. I'm always looking for new ideas or stuff like that. I plan on actually getting the new XDJ XZ in here shortly. I need to get a bigger table actually, because I plan on starting to do 4-deck mixing. So maybe that's something I could show you guys how I do, is how I would actually mix on 4 decks, because I plan on doing a lot of that in the future. But until the next video, take it easy, and I'll talk to you soon.